Hey everyone, this is Mr. Cine Hunter here. Today, we're diving into a martial arts action film called The Shaolin Boy. So sit tight, and let's begin this incredible journey. This little boy's name is Lee. He is only 6 years old. Since early childhood, he has been training in martial arts at this Shaolin temple. At the very beginning of the movie, we learn that according to the temple's rules, Lee must prove his martial arts skills by defeating at least 3 opponents who are much older than him. Before the fight begins, Lee respectfully apologizes to his seniors. He then steps forward and starts the challenge. However, before he can even react, one of the senior students grabs him and throws him against a wall. Despite the powerful attack, Lee quickly recovers using his skills and continues fighting. To defeat that senior, Lee somehow manages to trap him inside a large bamboo basket. Immediately afterward, another senior student arrives, but this one comes carrying a sword. Using only his staff, Lee easily disarms him. After that, he approaches the final student. At that moment, the student is sitting in deep meditation, quietly counting prayer beads. Even in that state, he senses Lee's presence. He then flicks one of the beads in such a precise way that it strikes a mirror inside the room. The mirror reflects a beam of sunlight directly into Lee's eyes. Because of the intense brightness, Lee cannot see anything. Taking advantage of this opportunity, the senior student rushes forward and throws Lee against the wall. He is about to strike Lee again to secure his victory. But at the last second, Lee rolls beneath his legs and immediately counterattacks. A fierce fight takes place between them, and after battling for quite some time, Lee finally emerges victorious. Having defeated everyone, he leaves the temple. As a sign of respect, the 3 senior students salute him. The temple master then tells Lee that he scored 88 out of 100. However, considering his true potential, this score is far below expectations. The master explains that Lee now needs to attend a better school to continue his education and training. He plans to send Lee to stay with an old acquaintance, where Lee will continue his studies. The man lives with only 3 family members and is also a brilliant scientist. That very day, Lee happily sets off for his new destination, following his master's instructions. The story then introduces a 15-year-old boy named Feng. Feng is the champion of his school's Kung Fu club. He also has a 10-year-old younger sister who constantly watches his fights and cheers for him. The Kung Fu club is managed by a girl named Jia, who is the same age as Feng. Deep down, Jia has a huge crush on Feng, but she has never had the courage to tell him. Jia also has a younger brother who is extremely gluttonous and spends most of his day thinking about food and eating. All of their houses are located very close to one another. In other words, they are neighbors. One afternoon, Jia is sitting at home watching videos of Feng's Kung Fu matches. Meanwhile, her little brother is busy stuffing himself with chips. Their father's name is Dr. Han. Their mother passed away several years ago, and ever since then, Han has devoted almost all of his time to his work. At the moment, he is developing a special machine. Unfortunately, news of this invention somehow reaches a dangerous mafia gang. The criminals decide that as soon as the machine is completed, they will steal it for themselves. While working, Han video calls his children. Jia is somewhat upset with him because he is always busy with work and rarely spends time with them. Han assures them that he will return home as soon as he gets the chance. For now, he asks them to open the gift box he sent earlier. Inside the box is the very machine he has been working on for so long, the same machine that the criminal gang is desperately trying to obtain. In the middle of their video call, someone knocks on the front door. Jia goes to answer it and finds Lee standing outside. She warmly welcomes him inside. At the same time, it is revealed that Han has been captured by the criminals, who are holding him by the throat. However, Jia is too busy showing Lee around the house to notice any of it. The gang's leader, Larry, threatens Han and demands that he hand over the device, but Han insists that no such device exists anywhere in the world. Larry refuses to believe him and keeps him imprisoned. Afterward, Larry checks the CCTV footage and discovers that Han had packed the device and sent it home, where it is now in the possession of his children. Larry then sends his 2 henchmen, Sloppy and Fist, to retrieve the device from Han's kids while keeping Han locked up. Sloppy and Fist are thrilled because their boss has finally given them an assignment. In fact, This is the very first criminal mission of their lives. They put on bizarre disguises and head to Han's house. Once there, they come up with a plan. When the children leave for school the next day, they will sneak into the house and steal the device. Meanwhile, Jia finishes showing Lee everything around the house. A little later, Lee notices that Jia is sitting and watching nothing but kung fu fighting videos. Lee finds this incredibly exciting. That night, before going to bed, Lee sits down to meditate as part of his daily routine. However, he soon notices Jia's younger brother, Yu, playing video games. Seeing this, Lee joins him, and before long, the two become friends while gaming together. Meanwhile, Jia finally opens the gift box sent by her father. Inside, she finds a small panda doll. Noticing a button on it, she presses it. Immediately, the panda doll asks her to set a voice password. Confused, Jia asks, "What password?" The panda instantly interprets those exact words as the password and sets them automatically. After all, a machine is still a machine. It cannot think for itself. Meanwhile, Jia has no idea that what she mentioned earlier has been set as the password. After spending some more time examining the panda, she realizes that it is something like an artificial intelligence robot. Its voice sounds exactly like her late mother's. The next morning, Lee leaves for school with Jia and Yu for the very first time. Meanwhile, Sloppy and Fist watch them from a distance through binoculars and plan to break into the house after the children leave. However, Sloppy soon notices that Jia is carrying the panda device in her school bag. They immediately change their plan and decide to steal the panda directly from Jia instead. On their way to school, they run into Feng and his sister. Jia introduces Lee to them. While they are talking, Sloppy quietly sneaks the panda device out of Jia's bag and tries to run away with it. However, Lee spots him. Without hesitation, Lee takes several quick leaps and catches Sloppy. Feng is amazed by what he sees. Lee and Feng then team up and give Sloppy a good beating before taking the panda back. But even after getting beaten up by a group of little kids, Sloppy learns nothing. Pretending to surrender, he suddenly snatches the panda from Feng and makes another run for it. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't help. The children quickly catch him again and this time stuff him into a trash can before pushing it away. Afterward, everyone heads to school. In class, the teacher introduces Lee to all the students. The students are very excited to see a young Shaolin student like him. Out of curiosity, they begin asking him all sorts of random questions, such as whether he will ever be allowed to get married and whether he really knows Kung Fu. The teacher calms everyone down and tells them that they will get to see Lee's Kung Fu skills during physical education class anyway. During PE class, the teacher announces that there will be a physical fitness examination the following month. Anyone who fails will have to repeat the same grade for another year. Hearing this, Jia's brother Yu becomes very worried. With his overweight body, he can barely walk properly. How is he supposed to pass a physical fitness test? The teacher then organizes a running competition. Before the other students can even complete a single lap around the field, Lee has already finished 3 laps. After that, the teacher has everyone practice push-ups. But for Lee, these exercises are incredibly easy. While the other students struggle to do even 2 or 3 proper push-ups, Lee effortlessly completes 100. These simple push-ups are not enough to tire him out, so he starts doing them with one hand. He even lifts both of his feet off the ground and continues doing push-ups in that position. The other students are deeply impressed and shower him with praise. Next comes high jump practice. Naturally, this is no challenge for Lee either. He clears every obstacle with ease as if it were nothing. However, Yu stumbles badly and falls flat on his face. He simply cannot do any of the activities properly. Meanwhile, the gang leader Larry has tied Dr. Han to a chair and continues torturing him. But Mr. Han refuses to tell them anything. That night, Fist and Sloppy sneak into Jia's house once again to steal. Even though no one else notices them, Lee spots them immediately. He hides behind the furniture and keeps trying to scare them in different ways. However, after a while, they notice him too. Soon, another fight breaks out between them. In the middle of all this, Jia comes downstairs. Fist and Sloppy somehow manage to grab the panda and escape. Lee then tells Jia and Yu about his fight with Fist and Sloppy, but they think Lee is just joking around with them, so they do not take his words seriously. Meanwhile, The panda that Fist and Sloppy brought back turns out to be nothing more than an ordinary toy. They failed to bring the real panda device. Furious, Larry punishes them by forcing golf balls into their mouths. Larry is extremely stressed. He has only 3 days to retrieve the panda device. Otherwise, his business deal will be canceled. So, he gives Fist and Sloppy one more chance to find and bring back the panda device. The next day at school, the children are gathered together watching Feng's fighting skill. Nearby, Feng's sister and Yu are talking about two very unattractive-looking girls sitting close to them. However, those girls are actually Sloppy and Fist in disguise. They are sitting in the back, keeping a close eye on Jia's bag and waiting for the perfect opportunity to steal the panda. Meanwhile, Lee challenges Feng to a fight. Hearing this, everyone becomes extremely excited and rushes over to watch the showdown between Lee and Feng. Taking advantage of the distraction, Fist and Sloppy attempt to steal the panda from Jia's bag. Unfortunately for them, their fake hair gets caught in the bag's zipper. They desperately struggle to free themselves from it. At the same time, Lee and Feng are engaged in an incredible fight. Neither of them is willing to back down. Suddenly, Yu turns around and notices Sloppy and Fist pulling on Jia's bag. He immediately screams. Everyone turns around and catches them in the act. The children rush forward to capture Fist and Sloppy. However, Sloppy grabs a girl and uses her as a hostage to scare everyone away before escaping with the panda. Afterward, everyone goes to the school principal, who immediately calls the police. The police assure them that they will do whatever it takes to recover the panda. Meanwhile, Lee keeps blaming himself. He thinks that if he had never challenged Feng, none of this would have happened. However, his friends reassure him that this is completely normal and that none of it is his fault. Meanwhile, Larry has finally obtained the panda device. He opens it, connects it to a computer, and launches a software program. However, the software immediately asks for a password. Larry demands that Mr. Han tell him the password, but Han refuses to say a single word. Larry then brings in several hackers to crack the system, but even they fail to make any progress. At that moment, Larry notices a message on Han's phone from his daughter, Jia. In the message, she reminds her father that tomorrow is her birthday and asks him to make sure he comes home. After reading the message, Larry comes up with a plan. He decides to kidnap Jia and use her to blackmail Han into revealing the password. Using Han's phone, he replies to Jia's message and tells her that he will be home on time. The next day, Jia's friends arrive for her birthday party. Meanwhile, Lee, Feng, and Yu are out shopping for a birthday gift for her. During this time, Jia receives another message from Han's phone asking her to come outside, believing it to be from her father. She leaves the house. However, Larry's men immediately kidnap her and force her into a car. Fortunately, Lee and Feng witness the kidnapping from a distance. They quickly jump onto their bicycles and chase the vehicle. Following it all the way, they eventually arrive at Dr. Han's laboratory and begin searching for Jia. Meanwhile, Larry holds a knife to Jia's throat and asks whether she knows the password. Jia replies, "What password?" Since the panda device's password had actually been set to the phrase, "What password?" the software running on the computer instantly unlocks and starts automatically. As Lee and Feng search the lab, they run into Sloppy and Fist, who are guarding the entrance. The moment they spot them, Lee and Feng completely overwhelm the two goons within seconds. However, just then, Larry's strongest fighter, Bradley, arrives. Bradley is a highly skilled Kung Fu master. Even when Lee and Feng fight together, they struggle to stand against him. Despite this, Feng tells Lee to go inside and rescue Jia first. Leaving Bradley to him, Lee rushes into the building. Meanwhile, while Larry is busy handling a business deal, Yu secretly crawls underneath the chairs and manages to untie Jia's and Han's restraints. However, Larry soon catches him. A short while later, Lee arrives. Larry's men attack him all at once, but Lee single-handedly defeats every one of them. During the chaos, Jia and Han manage to free themselves completely. When Larry sees that his men are being beaten by a little kid like Lee, he grabs the device and tries to escape. Everyone immediately chases after him. Meanwhile, Bradley is waiting along the way. Lee ends up fighting him once again. This time, Lee and Feng work together, and after a long and difficult battle, they finally defeat Bradley. On the other hand, Yu, Han, and Jia manage to capture Larry. At the very last moment, the the police arrive and arrest Larry along with the rest of his gang. And with that, the story of the Shaolin Boy comes to an end. So, what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys next time.